My 25th birthday was a few months ago, and for it, I decided to treat myself to my first ever custom 3-piece suit, and I'm here today to share with y'all the journey, the finished product, and give you all my in-depth review of the Indochino Harrogate suit. Let's jump right into it. Now, my first part of the process was feeling out all these different fabrics. I wanted to go with something that is a little bit more silky, a little bit more luxurious, but something that I can wear for multiple seasons out of the year. And I really wanted to treat myself, but still keep things as reasonable and most bang for your buck as possible. So the fabric I went with was a 95% wool and 5% cashmere blend at 260 GSM, which is a fairly mid-weight fabric. The reason I chose this is because I live in Toronto and it is pretty much cold from October to about first week of May. So when I want to wear a suit, I need something that's a little bit more fuller, warmer, and something that I can wear for multiple seasons, because something light like linen I wear indoors when I film or only just the summertime. Now, when it comes to the jackets, I had to go with my absolute favorite style, which is a black double-breasted wide peak lapel jacket. This has been on my radar for quite some time, and I want to make my first jacket something I know I'm going to wear with a lot of outfits and for an absolute while. I went with 4 buttons instead of 6. I personally like 4 buttons. I think it looks a little bit more seamless, it's a little bit different. For me personally, the 6 buttons, those 2 buttons, they're not functional, and for me, kind of, they remind me of nipple tassels. I don't know how, but it just does. Simple, black on black, 2 vents in the back. I really found this very comfortable, and you can have the suit buttoned up, and you can put your hands in the pockets, and it's very comfortable. It doesn't feel like there's any stretching or stress that you're placing on the buttons. I went with a half canvas lining, which provides a little bit of a cleaner, better drape. It gives it a little bit better shape and a little bit more durability. I went with a simple standard shoulder just to have things look a little bit more professional, and for me personally, I think it just broadens out my shoulders a little bit more and really works in the favor of my build. I went with this super sleek purple lining just because I like the color. Simple as that. I got my name monogrammed on it because, I mean, it was free. Might as well, the jacket's made for me. Might as well put my name on it. And functional sleeve buttonholes. Not that I will ever use them. Probably most people won't, but I just like the addition. Now, I've also got a few custom dress shirts made at a different time, but I've also got a few custom dress shirts that I got made right after I got the suit, but I'm going to save those for a completely separate video because they are worth that time, effort, and love. For the pants, I went with black as well because, you know, it's a suit. Clean, no brink, single pleat, as well as side tabs. Now, side tabs is something I really wanted to get on a lot of trousers for quite some time. I just think they look very seamless. I've been really a big fan of like this beltless look. The fact that I can adjust how things are fitting along the waist directly with the pair of pants just makes things a little bit more seamless. And is such an intelligent design. I was hoping for a little bit more options when it comes to the pleat. I'm a big fan of double pleats, but nothing there, so we got to deal with it. And the brakes and the cuffs, people get a little opinionated on things, which, I mean, by all means, it's your choice of style. I personally like no brake. I think if you're going custom, it's beautiful, it's seamless, it can complement a lot of different shoe styles, a lot of different boot styles, and you also get that flexibility of wearing it during warmer weather with loafers, with maybe some no-show socks, and the classic full dress socks, which I'm a pretty big fan of having as much versatility, especially when you're shelling out that extra dollars for something custom. For the vest, we kept it very simple, a single-breasted 5-button, beautiful purple lining, and this normal lapel. Knowing what I know now, I maybe should have gone with a single-breasted blazer to show off the vest a little bit more, but that is something I can always add on later. I just personally like the look. I think it's very comfortable, and I'm just a big fan. The process of getting everything made was pretty streamlined, and I was actually very impressed with my experience. So when it came to the measurements, I did them all in person. This was actually when I was on vacation in Miami during the month of September. My girlfriend and I went to the Indochino in Brickell, and they did quite the extensive measurement profile. It was about 18 measurements or so. It took about 45 minutes, which was longer than I expected, but I was definitely blown away with the sheer attention to detail, remeasuring, getting a second opinion from another tailor there. It definitely left a really good impression. One thing that I was really impressed with their measurement profile system, it's kind of like a one and done thing, unless you have some dramatic body changes, like you lost a lot of weight and all that, but after this, when we came back to Toronto, I ordered a few dress shirts, then I ordered a few casual shirts, and the fact that I could just order it directly online, that I don't have to go back in, double check the measurements, this and that, I really love that process. And the fact that you can get something custom delivered to your door and doing one appointment for it is really great. Yes, they have their follow-up that you can do once you get it, in the mail and everything, and to double check if make sure things are fitting right. If not, that they can, correct it. I love that process, but for me, so far, everything has been pretty good. Now, the delivery for my suit took only about 3.5, maybe 4 weeks, and when it arrived, I really, really loved it. Once I tried everything on, the fit was absolutely incredible. Pretty much because it was basically tailored to you. Like, it's very hard to get a bad fit for something that is specifically made for your body type, but the fact that it fit perfectly right out of the box was incredible. I was thinking, okay, maybe I'm gonna have to go back, get a few things adjusted. No, it was absolutely phenomenal. One thing I noticed, that it did fit a lot better after I got it dry cleaned. A lot of the fibers relaxed in all the fabric, and I just thought this was an absolute amazing investment, and I'm very thrilled with the results when it comes to the fit. So for the quality, we're going to take a look at the construction and overall how everything turned out in terms of the fabric. The construction for every garment, incredible. No loose threads, great stitching, great attention to detail. I was hoping for a little bit higher quality in terms of the buttons and a bit of the metal accents for the side tabs, which was completely fine. I understand it's not super high-end bespoke, but left a little to be desired. And everything else had great quality control. No loose threads, no loose stitching. Nothing bad to say in terms of the construction. When it comes to the fabric, I did choose from their luxury line, which is pretty good, but nothing mind-blowing. The wool and cashmere blend, it didn't feel like it was something incredibly softer or velvety, or it didn't really have this distinctive principle that would take it from pretty good to absolutely like mind-blowing. I can't wait to tell some of my friends about this, which, I mean, for the price range, which we'll get into after, it's definitely fair. Now, I'm currently looking to add in another blazer to my wardrobe, and I'm currently looking at blazer options from Suit Supply. And what I gotta say, when comparing the fabrics available at Indochino to Suit Supply, the highest end you can get at basically Indochino is pretty mid-range when it comes to the options available at Suit Supply, but you are paying for that 30 to 40% premium at Suit Supply for their much more premium and luxurious fabrics, which in my personal opinion, from just being at a few stores, feeling some stuff out, it's definitely would take it into that another tier. But if you're going to Suit Supply, you're at least dropping around $1,000 to $1,100 on a two-piece suit, and not a three-piece suit, which you'd be looking at closer at $1,500. For my suit, I paid a whopping $1,040 Canadian for, which comes right about to $750 US. Now, since I primarily shop in Canada, there's no such thing as a custom-made suit under $1,000, so I'll just use US for a comparison. I think getting a suit under $1,000 for your first custom suit is a great deal. It dips your toes into the sartorial and tailoring world, which I think a lot more young men should do, even if they don't need it for work or for school. I think it's just great to, look your best, have this classic menswear, which has been around for decades and is going to continue being around for decades. I think everything is priced extremely fair in terms of the appointment cost for your measuring, for the fabric selection, for the jacket, for the blazer, for the vest. It's all very, very fair and reasonable, but with that, you're really not getting anything that's super like wow or mind-blowing. For me personally, the best experience that was mind-blowing was the fit. Maybe because it's my first time doing something completely custom, but I feel if you're really looking to, take your suit game to like a next level, this is a great like intermediary between something completely off the rack and dipping your toes into a little bit more of the luxury side of things, which I think a step up from here would be Suit Supply for those much more premium fabrics. I'm probably going to do a review on a lot of stuff from Suit Supply, starting with some pants that I got, but definitely I think it's a great entry point, and I can see why they're such a big and successful company, and I I've bought multiple items from them. I bought 3 dress shirts, 3 casual shirts, and I'm probably going to get maybe another blazer or another suit that's something's a little bit more summery, that's a little bit more reasonable, that I don't need to spend that extra premium on. There you guys have it for me. That is my in-depth look at the Indochino Harrogate suit, my first custom 3-piece suit. Let me know what you guys think. Did I overpay? Did I get ripped off? Is it great? Is it shit? Let me know. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace.